Welcome back, everyone. This is Richard at Backcountry Life. So this is part 2 of our Revelstoke trip. And right here you see us hitting this little drop. It was pretty fun. I was Sammy hitting that. Now Aaron's turn. This is our first time we'd ever been heliboarding. And I go into the story of this trip a little bit more in some of our other videos. But it's also our first time ever filming with GoPros. So for being our first times, I don't think we did that bad, right? Maybe? Feel free to comment on our footage in the comments. We should have went to the resort and practiced more, but I didn't want to be one of those guys that's like just cruising down the groomer, not doing anything cool, filming myself. You know who you are.
Sorry, go ahead.
As you can see, I just can't get over it. It's such an epic powder day. For being our first time out, you couldn't have asked for better conditions. You might wonder why I leave in some of our stupid wrecks in our video, but I want you to get a good feel of what it's like to ride in the backcountry. It's very variable. So sometimes you'll be cruising along and it won't be super deep out, and all of a sudden you'll hit a different snow type as you're moving down the mountain, and you wash out or you drop off something and the landing wasn't what you wanted to. Like, we've never ridden this before. So it's just variable conditions, and that's just part of riding in the backcountry, and it's okay to wreck. When you sign up to go heliboarding, they have you fill out a form, and on that form they ask how good you are. We were asking Craig about that. We asked him if anyone ever puts their beginner or intermediate, and he said no. Everyone says they're expert. That guy who rolled down the face, he put that he was expert. It literally feels like the helicopter's landing on top of me, by the way. When I talk to people about heliboarding, they get in their mind this like vision of me like dropping out of a helicopter on this cliff face and almost dying every run. I wish I was that good that I could do that kind of stuff, but I'm not. So I hope you're getting the idea that you don't have to be this professional skier or snowboarder. You do definitely need backcountry experience. So if you've never ridden the powder and backcountry, definitely get some experience with that. And a great way to do that is to go cat skiing first and get a feel for it. But if you have experience in the backcountry, feel comfortable riding in powder, you should be good to go heliboarding. It's one of those experiences I think everyone should have if you're into this kind of thing. It's such a cool experience. This next run was an awesome run. So it was super steep through the trees and great powder on this hill. Craig was a little worried about avalanches because it was a steeper incline. Luckily, no avalanches, but I hope you enjoy.
Oh, yeah, that was great. Yeah. So just watch it. That was epic. That was good. Some good turns. Super smooth. Sorry, man. If anything comes down like an avalanche, we're gonna head this way. Dude, that was sick. Oh my god, face shots the whole way down. Richie, we're gonna go this way.
If you notice, we have a different skier with us, that guy in yellow. So he was a pilot in training, and they let him come out because there was the extra seats from the first guy that rolled down the mountain that they took back. And then at lunch, they actually took another guy back. He was a bigger dude and was really struggling about midday.
Dude, am I still filming?
Yeah.
Probably would have survived.
You probably.
We could have found a line through that.
Well, you can see it's starting to snow a little bit. You can hear the snow hitting the camera. So as the day progressed, it actually got a little more snowy. And one of the last runs, we had pretty low visibility, but the helicopter still had to come pick us up. And so literally Craig, our guide, was on the walkie-talkie guiding him in, the helicopter pilot in. So it was pretty impressive.
There's the alders. Let's go.
This run was the longest run we did. We literally went from the very top of the mountain all the way down to the valley. It was about a 30-minute ride. It was pretty awesome. We had snow change. We went from like nice powder all the way down to pretty crappy snow that was starting to get slushy even. I'm pretty sure this is where Craig said, "Don't go that way because you'll die." You can see you're getting into less snow, more
Dude!
trees and stuff are sticking through. One of the interesting things was coming into this trip, I thought that we were out of our league, right? I thought that everyone's gonna be like rock star. I was gonna be out with pros, and we're gonna be holding everybody up. But it was surprising to find that we were probably the strongest group out of the other groups, and because of that, we actually were lapping some of the other groups. So the helicopter would take us to do 2 runs in the time that some of the other groups were doing 1 run. We also, like this run, we did a really, really long run in the time that some of the other groups did just 1. Back to my point earlier about you don't have to be a pro to go. There's lots of people that go at varying levels of skill.
Good. Yeah. It was actually a little bit lighter than this.
I hope you liked this footage. It was one of the funnest days I've ever had out snowboarding, and such a good crew out in an awesome terrain, great snow. Couldn't have asked for better conditions. It was awesome. We do lots of trips like this every year, and so we're going to be uploading lots more footage. And if you like this, definitely subscribe to our channel so you can get updates when we upload new footage. And if you want to see more Revelstoke footage, we do have part 3.